Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. Now, we are almost there. We, of course, are playing our free-to-play account, and we are grinding the tier 10 batchat. Now, this has actually been a pretty quick grind, only because I managed to get the first 6 tanks unlocked without playing using free XP. And I'd always recommend that. I'd always recommend saving your free XP, not just to get the tank. I mean, getting the next tank is the last option using free XP. Always use your free XP for your modules, like your gun, your tracks, your engine. I would always, depending on what tank that you drive. So for me, if I'm driving a light tank, I would probably want my tracks first, because it's all about being quick. And I suppose the tier 10 or the next gun is not too much different to the gun that you're already unlocked with. So if I'm using a light tank, medium tank, then I would always go for the tracks first. But normally when I do sort of grind these lines, I do make sure I've got enough free XP to get all the modules before I even start playing the tank. So that's just a little bit advice for me. So we are grinding. We're up to the tier 9. You can see now we're almost there, to be fair. We've got 122,000 XP already using the batchat 25 TAP. And yeah, 200,000 is what I need for the tier 10 batchat. So not too much more to go. We're doing all right. The tank itself, I'm not enjoying it as much as the tier 7 or the tier 8, but it's okay. You know, on this kind of account, it's not bad. On a normal account that you've been playing for years, then yeah, I'm not a lover of the batchat 25 TAP. I much prefer the tier 10 batchat. So we're going to look at the stats. Of course, as you can see, we are fully upgraded. Of course, it's got no armor whatsoever, which we all know about. Your DPM is 2,614. Your magazine reload is 15.74, and your shell reload time is 2.8 seconds in between each shot. And then you have 3 shells in your magazine. You have a 251 AP pen, 276 on your APCR, and 54 on your HE. You've got a 310 alpha gun, 260 on your APCR, and 350 on your HE. Your aim time is 3.4, and your gun dispersion is 0.326, and you have 6 degrees of gun depression, not much at all, but you do have a top speed of 65 kilometers per hour. And of course, along the line, you have to run the spool liner, and for me, I always run the shell reload boost, because that knocks off 30% of your intra-clip reload. So let's get straight into a couple of games. Couple of decent games, to be fair. I enjoyed, not this one. I mean, this one was okay, the fact that I managed to stay alive, but more the next one, the next game I did really enjoy, because it was like a fake platoon. It was an accidental platoon. The next game, me and a leopard one really worked well together. But this game, I mess up. Like the first half of this game, I really do mess up. I'm losing hit points like no end for no reason whatsoever. I should not be losing these hit points. There's only a couple of us, well, 3 of us around this side of the map, and 4 on the other side. So I'm just waiting at the moment to see what else comes. I know there is the 53 TP over there. I know that there is the tank behind, the AMX. And now there is the E75. There's a few tanks around. So I'm just going to go and push forward on this side of the map. We've got the VK100 not looking at us. He's looking at a wall, which, you know, good. At least I get a little bit of damage into him. Bring him down to a 1 clip. And then, of course, I can just back up, reload, and start again once I've reloaded. Now, that's the best, what I like about the whole batchat line, really. Like, even including this tank and the batchat. The magazine reloads are not, they're not long. Like, they're not like 20 odd seconds. They're actually copable, and they're not too bad whatsoever. So you're not waiting around for an awful long time to get that reloading. So that's what I love about the batchat line. So now I do take a shot from the 53 TP, get 2 shots into him. Can I get 1 more shot to at least bring him down to a 1 shot? No, I can't. No idea where that shot went. But, you know, at least he's a 2-shot. So I know I can take a shot, but I don't really want to, because that means I am a 1-shot for the rest of the game. And the game is not going to look too good later on. Like, moving up into the latter end of the battle, it doesn't look too good. But luckily for me, the 53 TP does completely miss his shot, so we can take care of him. Again, we can just look around. We don't want to rush around yet. We don't want to help the other side of a map over there with our heavies. We don't want to really stay here, but we're just going to wait till we reload and then decide where I want to go. Now, the Progetto is about to die, so I don't really want to be around this side of the map. There's like 4 tanks around here, or there's a few tanks around here, with only one other tank and me being a 2-shot. So yeah, I didn't really want to stay here. Now, luckily I can take care of this VK100, so I do that, and then I decide the best option is to push forward to help my guys deal with the E75, because at the moment the E75 is around this side of the map all on his own. So helping my heavies here was definitely the best option. And I'll go around, get a shot, damage his ammo rack, wait for him to shoot, because again, I don't want to have to take a shot if I don't have to, especially as it is right now 4 versus 4. I want to keep this 1 shot, and this 1 shot really does help later on in the battle. So again, I'm not going to sacrifice anything. My motion is here. He's got hit points, and he's going to be the savior because of his hit points. So as soon as the E75 shoots, I know I can then push forward, because I'm just about to reload, get 2 shots into him and clear him to bring it now to a 4 versus 3. The AMX can still be a problem. Now, stupidly, I do take the shot. I didn't even know he was there. I thought he was around the other corner. So that was a very bad choice for me, because now he's going to push forward, take care of the E75. I'm now a 1-shot as well. He's a 2-shot as long as I high roll. So luckily I do. He misses, and then I can just wait a little bit. And again, I don't want to risk anything right now. I'm on a decent amount of damage, so I don't want to just sacrifice. I know our motion has hit points, but if I die and the other guy dies, then even if you have hit points, it is still a task to carry, even if you do have hit points. Now, luckily, I do survive another day to take care of the the AMX, sorry. So yeah, pretty lucky, but in total, we are going to win. The motion's going to take care of him, and we do finish on 4.5k damage. So decent game. I'm lucky to stay alive, to be fair. Didn't think I would, but yeah, overall, decent amount of XP as well. Moving on to the next game. Now, this game, I really did enjoy it. So as I've said, me and the Progetto 65 really do work well together. So we're just going to fast forward a little bit because nothing really happened. Of course, we are on Lost Temple, a map that is due to go, and no one is dealing with us this side of the map, so that is absolutely perfect. In fact, the only tank we spot this side of the map is the Death Star, which is fantastic because he's now on his own in the middle of a map. I'm not spotted, which then allows me to get my whole magazine into him, and then as soon as I get my magazine, the Progetto 65 comes and takes a couple of shots into him. He does manage to get around the corner just in time, but that then allows me to move on further into the town area, because I don't now have to worry about a Death Star. There's the only medium, the Rich. Now, of course, he's not going for me, which is ideal. And again, me and the Progetto really work well together to take care of him. So far, that is now 1600 damage. Of course, we do have to remember there is a Death Star at the other side of the map, but if you keep watching, he is going to get taken care of very, very soon. And there we go. And then again, yes, I'm spotted, but the Kranvagen currently is not looking at me, which then allows me again to get my whole magazine into him, and then I've got this rock just to have a little bit of cover, and I can see he's looking at me. I'm not going to sacrifice anything because again, it is a 5 versus 4. They are sort of losing hit points. We've got a couple of low shot tanks over there, so I don't want to have to sacrifice my hit points if I don't need to. And I'd always recommend that, even if it's like it looks certain to be a win. Never I mean, I did there, that was silly, but never sacrifice your hit points, especially if you're in a low armored tank like this, because your hit points can soon go. It only takes one HE shot from that object 740 to be gone. Well, almost to be gone. So don't sacrifice your hit points if you don't have to. So that's another bit of advice, because right now it's now a 3 versus 2. The project over there is about to die, so again that then brings it down to a 2 versus 2. So if I did sacrifice my hit points, then this could have easily been a loss. But me and the Pidgeotto have actually worked really well together. He's still got a plenty of hit points left, I've still got plenty of hit points left, and now this is the time where you can start sacrificing some hit points. It's just one tank left, no problem. The Pidgeotto does the right thing to go the other side of him, because that now means we've got one tank in front, one tank behind, and at this point it's an easy victory for us. And again, he's turned the IS-7, one shot for me, one shot for him, and it is game over. So a very good battle. I think that was actually a very good battle from me and the Pidgeotto. We really worked well together, so well done to that Pidgeotto. And of course we do finish on 5k damage. So that is the batchat 25 TAP. Again, a decent tank, not as good as the tier 10, but I'm nearly there. I'm really nearly there, so it won't be long. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye.